Hi everyone, and hello there. Let's bring the camera a bit closer as it's live. Okay, it's live. So a little bit of energies from the connection, which has been quite challenging this morning, and it's trying to work around these energies here. I do believe in spiritual energies and the messages these spiritual energies give. Now, what do I mean by that? Because the topic of this is reaching out to a woman and her son. Okay. I had to delete a video because it just was so frustrating me that I was just getting nowhere with this transmission, and it looked so kind of horrible, drifting in and out of connection. And I felt this frustration because I tried that now. I tried it 3 times, 3 times to actually go live, and I'm putting that down to what we're talking about today is the actual energies, that the frustration of how this person felt, okay, who I'm trying to reach out to. So if you've come on here live with me just now, can you just tell me if this is clear, if I'm in the right place with to get a clear connection? Can you please let me know if you are getting me here clear, and you can see me clearly? So so I know that I'm not wasting my time, that I need to cut this off. And if you can just let me know that, please, who is watching here live. And I just want to say thank you for coming back to this. So is it Jacqueline? Is it clear? Is it a clear picture transmission? Just let me know. A live transmission. I don't want to look foolish and unprofessional. Okay, just let me know if this is clear, and before we kind of go forward with this live show. Okay. So I do believe in spirits and spirituality, spiritual things, psychic empathy. A little bit blurry. Oh no, is it really? Okay. Okay, I have no idea why it's blurry, and I am getting a bit tired with this now. Okay. A little bit blurry. Is it really bad, or is it passable? It's okay now, in and out. Okay. So I'm just going to push this back here. I'll have to cut this first bit off. I hope that's a little bit better. Let me push it back. Oh, sorry about this, guys. If you just bear with me, I will cut this first bit off. I just need to. I just need to make sure this is okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I hope that's a little bit better. Okay, well, struggling with the connection here, so we'll have to make do with the connection we've got here. Let's get, well, the frustrations that I get with this connection. It's very much kind of the irritations of who I'm trying to reach out to here. And this is about psychic, empathic energies. Okay, that I'm picking up on. So, carrying on from part one there. Carrying on from part one is very much trying to work out this very kind of lucid dream that I had, which is someone here who was very, very strong emotionally. Also, emotionally strong. But to actually become this very emotionally strong person, this woman gave up. Thank you so much. This woman gave up quite a lot to like selling her soul in a way to be this very strong person. In fact, I don't feel this woman that I'm reaching out to or that came into my dream with these messages is either in spirit or is somebody physical that I'm trying to reach out to, or maybe it's a message from spirit that, you know, don't give up your you know, your soul, your identity of who you are for anybody, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I do feel it may be from spirit, because this person is kind of telling their story from a different perspective, which is telling their story from experiencing life, you know, life, and it's like on the other side. Don't give up your spirit, you know, your passion for life, your dreams, your love for life, you know, your identity, who you are for anyone, because it's not worth it. And if you do that, if you do give up who you are and you become this empty, if you sell your soul, so this is very spiritual. If you sell your soul to appease other people, to please other people, to gain approval from other people, because I get towards the end, this person looks to me like whoever this is I'm reaching out to, it, like I said, it could be physical, it could be spiritual, okay, that's giving a message here to all of us, or it could be somebody who is thinking, I need to get in touch with you. I did get that. I got that in my sleep, like that, like as clear as day. I've wanted to speak to you. I've wanted to communicate with you for a long time, for some time now. So this could be from the divine. This could be spiritual. I also get a message that this person. Now the image I get of this person is, you know, that they were kind of emotionally manipulated in terms of any of their opinions or needs were not important. None of these your needs are important. It's all about other people's needs. And this person was brought up like this. Was brought up like this to serve others. And then after went from the way they were brought up to actually being like that, being treated like that by their partner, and then becoming where it's like at the end, I'm getting at the end, it was just like we were like we were not soulmates. I get that. We were not soulmates. We were like it was like having a roommate, and we were sharing the same house because it was like living with a roommate. And in fact, this person had their own room. The other person had their own room. They did not even share a room. It's separate rooms. And I get this person saying, keep saying it's not worth this striving to show the outside world that everything is great, everything is wonderful. It's not worth it. And this is what's coming through. It's not worth it. It's not worth lying to yourself. It's not worth lying to yourself. And that, and this is what this energy was conveying to me in this dream. And I know it's a dream, and I know, like, how can you dream a lifetime of a person's life and then convey it to on a live show like this? Well, you can't, because a lifetime of somebody's life would take you hours and hours and hours to explain. And I kind of said, was there any good times? And this person said to me, well, there were good times, but the good times were always created by myself. The good times were always, arranged by myself. Holidays. The good times were, day trips out. Picnics, day trips to London, all the good times this woman is conveying to me was all arranged by me. Nobody arranged any good times for me, kind of thing. So this person is saying that she was responsible for everything, everybody's happiness, everybody's everybody's standard of living, standard of life, took all the blame for if this didn't work out for this person. And hi there, welcome back. So I was just saying, this premonition I had of reaching out to a woman with a son, and I kind of give some detail in part one, but this is part two. And I hope we've got a good connection. Please let me know if it starts buffering and it looks ridiculous. Okay. So I get from this spirit, whoever this is, it is a soul, it is a spirit, but it's a spirit that had to be denied in life, I feel. And this is conveying to me, if this person is a spiritual person, a spirit who wants to convey to me, it's not worth it. It's not worth selling your soul, selling your spirit, selling your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, it's not worth it, because you end up feeling alone with being around people, being around your family, being around your husband or your partner, or whoever this was. It's not worth it, because you end up feeling lonely in a marriage, or you end up feeling lonely in a family, and lost, okay, and lost. Now, I do get this person, gave everything to, it was brought up like this, to give your soul, away, give your spirit away, give your dreams away, give everything away to everybody else. Let everybody else have their wishes, and let everybody else have their dreams. Let everybody else complain when they when they're capable of doing something, but they don't do it. So what they do is then blame you. And this is saying that this woman is saying, that she did this, she did this, that she, if anybody failed in their life, that she would get the blame. Oh, well, you did not guide me in this situation. You did not help me. You did not support me. If you'd have only been a little bit more supportive, if you'd have only been non-judgmental, if you'd have only been, and you possibly was not any of that. You actually did kind of champion them, and did support them, but because they were not capable of that, because they became a failure, they actually blamed you for this. Okay. So, like I said, whoever I am breaking this, breaking through here with either the spirit world, or I'm breaking through here to reach out to somebody who is in the situation of kind of, having done that for many, many, many years, and then finding themselves departed, whether that's in death or whatever here, departed from this situation, finding themselves departed from this situation, and then having then this kind of revelation, like, what was that all about? What was that all about? Why am I here? Why do I feel lost? Why do I feel I gave all this energy for nothing? For nothing, that this person could just turn their back and walk away. And I it's like this person is saying, I spent many, many years of putting these people first. And this person was saying to me that this is something that you should never do, is forget about yourself. Forget about yourself. Yeah, I feel, thank you, Tammy, for your comment there, but I feel that, because I wouldn't blame your mother, because I know you're saying you and your mother didn't get along, and you find this with mother and daughters, because And some daughters are kind of scapegoats for their own life of having to having to sell their soul, give up their dreams, give up their lives for their children. And when their children start to grow up into, especially into teenage years, you find that the mothers get, these mother-daughter situation. It's very kind of limited way of thinking too. That they see their daughters reaching their teenage years, and dreaming, dreaming about their future, dreaming to fulfill their needs. And the mother is sitting there. Well, I had to sell my soul. I had to sell my soul, my spirit, my needs, my dreams because of you. And would you call this bitterness? Well, it's a limited way of believing. It's a limited way of believing because, we're going back to like the 1960s, 70s, 50s, where parents did have limited beliefs, especially women. That women did not have any rights in having any opinions. It's all about serving. And I feel that you had to be from a very wealthy background to actually go to university and that kind of thing, and actually be so. This phenomena, I feel we're actually coming out of, and maybe this is what I'm trying to convey here to the world. I don't know what I'm trying to convey here, but I feel that it's like, my soul, it was like my soul departed, my spirit departed, my sense of freedom departed when and I'm now watching you have these dreams that I had, which my dreams did not materialize. So I have to kind of try to stop your dreams, because I don't want you to end up feeling like me, so disappointed that that you're not able to fulfill that dream. So what I'm going to do is I will actually, it's subconscious stuff, but I get like this person will start to chip away at your dreams, your wishes, and your skills and abilities, and then call them foolish. It is unconscious. It is. It's a mother-daughter thing too. And I would say a majority of families are like this. It's something that has been the norm. If you've had an amazing parent that championed you for every single thing that you aim for, and treated you like a princess, and that you go for your dreams, never give up on your dreams, always have a spirit of the child spirit, and never give that childhood spirit up, keep going with that, explore, be adventurous, and that kind of thing. If you've had an upbringing like that, and then suddenly you are put into a relationship, you think everybody's like that on the planet. You think everybody's like that on the planet. It's like, everybody's skipping along, going towards their dreams, and enthusiastic, and being very positive towards their goal. Well, you may meet someone that's like pretends to be like that first, but they want to extract that from you. Okay, They want to extract that from you. And this is the energies that I am getting from the dream that I had last night. And this goes very deep. It does. It does go very deep. I feel the message from this woman, and I don't know if you've ever seen that film Julia, about the cook. Meryl Streep played the part. I did this figure, this woman. She looked like that. She looked like Julia from that film. And 1950s woman, not very glamorous, curly brown hair that was, a little bit frumpy, kind of was just who she was, just who she was, and I get this that's the look I get of this woman that I had this dream about. But behind that woman was not Julia. It was not this woman who wrote cookbooks and things like that. Or it could be. But I get this woman. She has been the rock of the family. She has been. She wore the trousers. She controlled the purse strings. She controlled everything. The schooling, the homework, and she did everything. And I feel that this woman was trying to convey to me that even her father was like that he indoctrinated her that she was there to serve a man. Doesn't matter what the man is like, although I would not say if your man was abusive. I think emotional abusive, it was allowed back then, wasn't it, back in that day? So I do see this as emotional abusers, and this woman was conveying to me in my dream, and it was as clear as day. Do not give up your spirit. Do not give up your spirit. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, because at the end of the day, we all end up the same. And that's our life ends, and and this would take a very radical female to actually say this, so this woman in my dream was very strong, like I said, a bit like that Julia, but she was she had been brought up to serve, but she was the breadwinner. She was the one that did all the studying. She was the one that did, I feel, had to pick up the pieces, get a job, do things to earn the money to keep the roof over the head, to keep things going, and then told that she's not capable of doing anything. You'll never amount to anything. You're not very pretty. Be grateful of any man that you get. You're overweight. Who are you going to get? Kind of thing, looking like that. So this person, I feel, all their life was treated in that way, like diminishing their confidence and constantly chipping away at their self-esteem. So this woman in my dream was very kind of, gosh, it was so deep, it was unbelievable. And what she was conveying to me is, I've been trying to talk to you for a long time. I have been trying to reach out to you. I wanted to speak to you for a long time. And she come across quite tall, quite awkward for a woman. You know, she's not your kind of um, she's not your usual kind, glamorous. She wasn't glamorous. Very much a housewife, house builder, home builder, and not just that, created the life for her family. And I feel that the husband or the partner took the credit for this, took the credit for this, or if it wasn't for me, in behind closed doors, it was this woman that controlled everything. Outside the closed doors to the public and extended family, it was the man that took over. And it was like, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, and it's the wife that did this, not that created all of this, not the man. Now, I just feel that these energies that are coming through are very deep, and I wanted to look into this. Why did I have that dream? Who am I trying to reach out to here? I have no idea. Who was this person that came into my dream and said, I've been trying to contact you for a long time? Now, I do get this person as being controlled by other spirits, other people, other wants and needs of other people. You are going to serve me. You are going to serve my needs, and kind of indoctrinated to do that over many years. Okay. And let's just have a look here, Tammy. Let's have a look at you. You forgave your mother. She said she didn't like little girls. She would take my two brothers with her on the weekend, and I would be left behind with my dad. I feel that's not your fault, okay? That's very much a reflection of the way she was treated, and she was just she was deflecting that onto you. And you do get this with mother and daughters. They hate their daughters. They don't want their daughters to succeed because it reminds them of their failure. Thank you for sharing that, Tammy. Okay. Maybe I'm reaching out to a number of people here. I don't know. Okay, Lynn Cook. Hi there. And it's the evening time where you are. So there were 8 kids in our family. I was the oldest. So our mum didn't have a lot of time, but we had love always. Yeah, I think that's great, and that's fantastic. That and I guess I was lucky too that I came from a big family, although there were dysfunctionalities. We were shown love, basic love, and that we did matter. But the thing is I had to. The thing is with being loved and appreciated as children, as human beings, as and shown love, is that when you do actually leave home, or you do find that they do deflect to you what they went through, although they don't. I don't feel it's subconscious. So if they left home at 16, you'll find yourself, leaving home because it's a normality at 16, when really 16 is a very young age to leave home. But because they had to do that, they're kind of saying, well, it's your turn now to do that struggle. What I did. It's not all about, getting what you want at Christmas. It's not all about being, so you may have been loved, but you may have also had some dysfunctionalities. Okay. And some of that maybe have been deflected onto you, but if you've got the basic love there, you can forgive your parents for that. You can forgive your parents too. Okay, I understand you had a difficult childhood, and you see your own children growing up, and you feel a little bit resentful that you did not have that. And why is that so? I'm being limited in their kind of mindset. Some of that may have been deflected onto you, okay. But nobody's perfect. We don't have perfect families. We don't have perfect families. And Lynn Cut, yes, I left home at 17. And it's because, and that's changed now, because some children don't leave a home until they're in their 30s now. So, so their children may be like, you can stay at home until you find out who you are, you find out what your career is, and you've built your career up, and then you move forward. But back in the day of like the 1950s, mothers and fathers, we're talking about they were on their own at like 16 as soon as they left school. They didn't leave school with any kind of qualifications. They were left to struggle. So they kind of do that, it follows. It may not follow, but you find that with a lot of families, okay. So anyway, going back to this lady I had this dream about last night, that she's saying, don't give up your soul, don't give up your spirit, because I do get this person, I do feel this woman was actually brought up to serve others in an old-fashioned way. So she naively went into the world and served others. But that's all it was. And I could say that with myself, because I actually was a nurse. So all of my adult years, I've just been serving people. And I've taken a lot of the blame for a lot of other people's weaknesses, because I feel I'm very much an empath. So I absorb these kinds of things. But I kind of get what this woman is saying here, that don't give up your soul, don't give up your spirit, don't give up your dreams, don't give up your opinions, don't give up your identity for anybody else, okay. So because although there's a residual of this when this ends, and this must go into your kind of after into the next life. The residual of this, it goes into the next life, and then the next life, until you kind of solve this problem. Then we go into like past lives and things like this. So the residual of this is when you reach a certain age, and your kids, those kids have left home. And I guess this is what this dream was. This woman who looked like Julia, not very, a lovely woman, maybe a bit plain to look at. Has always been told she's not a looker. She'll never find love. You may not find love because you're plain, kind of thing. So all of this is molding someone to actually serve others, and this is what's coming through here spiritually. Why I had this dream is to this woman was trying to convey to me that there's a residual after all these people leave your life, because nobody stays around forever, okay. People die, people leave, people get divorced, people have affairs, are selfish. You may have done everything for that person, and off they go with someone half your age, and and you're left thinking, okay, I'm at a certain age. I've been told all the time that I'm not attractive. That who wants me now? I'm at a certain age, and who wants me because you've been fed this doctrine. Okay, so you're sitting there, and this is what I get from this woman that I wanted to speak to you for a long time, Yvonne, because it's saying it's not worth it. This person gave up their heart and their soul and their identity to actually be, to end up like an empty shell in a way. And I get this person, yeah, that's right. I think there's a message here. And the message is, whenever you, I feel this is a movement too. I don't feel it's just this reading. I feel it's a movement. I feel it's a movement of don't allow somebody to tell you that you're ugly. You're not going to, you're ugly. You're not going to meet anybody. You may as well stay here with me and let me kind of abuse you even more mentally. You're not going to survive on your own. Although you left home at 16 and you're thinking, well, I did survive on my own, and that kind of thing. So let's get rid of this troll. You see, am I a sugar mummy? Do you realise, Albie, what we're talking about here? Because you don't damn care. You're a selfish git, and that's what we're talking about. Is selfish people like you. So I'm going to block you. Okay. That's what annoys me, is when you are trying to talk about something serious and you get that. Okay. So this dream that I had, this woman that came into my dream was very much saying that this conveying this spirit to me that be a bit more radical, and say and just recognize these people that are just wanting you to serve them, and say no. And say no, because this person that came into my dream is saying it's not worth it. It's not worth you giving up your spirit, your soul here. Because when all these people leave your life and you've given 200% into that, what have you got to show for that? These selfish pigs here, these selfish people who just take from you and drain you and take your soul, your spirit, and you can't have any kind of dreams, opinions. You just have to cook me that dinner, and you have to just be there, let me do what I want to do, and you just sit there and take it. It's not worth it, guys. It's not worth it. I would say these people are they simple to detect? Now, what I wrote some notes here, because after I woke up and I had this dream, I wanted to share this revelation with you. Okay, so I wrote these notes as I woke up, because I do that when I have premonitions or anything that's a weird dream, or not weird dreams, anything that's lucid, that's something that I feel is a message. I write down the details, and I wrote down these notes of the feelings here. Okay. So I get this woman was quite intelligent. She looked like this Julia, as I said, like this cookbooks. And she said to me, "I've been trying to contact you. I've wanted to talk to you for a long time." Okay. And these messages was, I combated this, and I departed from this control, whatever that may mean. If this person's in spirit, or if this person is trying to say, I combated this and I departed from this control, whoever this is, who this was to, I broke free from this, but this left me with this residual here. And I could not stop this residual that was left behind. The feelings that were left behind kept going over and over and over in my head, and my mind of the residual of, why did that person treat me that way? Why wasn't I allowed to have opinions? Why was this, why was I so, why did I give my heart, my soul, my love, my patience, my energy, my spirit, my opinion, my dreams, why did I give all of that up for this? That kind of energy. This is the residual energy after this person had combated this and departed from this. There was a residual, and this is like sitting back. Was it worth it? All these people, and there's a sense of bitterness because you sold your soul here. After this residual, and this was it, my dream, after the residual hit me, I felt exhaustion. I felt I couldn't pick myself up because I didn't have an inner kind of strength or core to do that. I'd given it all away. I get that too, but I fought back. I fought to cut this psychological cord from this. So I got this image of like a cord from being bound to these people. I gave this up, but there was the residual afterwards that was difficult to cope with. This kept rolling on, this wanting to serve. Did I do the right thing? I feel guilty for doing this. And this residual kept rolling. The frustration, the hurt, the depression that poured out of me because I felt robbed of my choices, robbed of my choices and my opinions. And I also wrote down on this list here, I found myself running away from this shit show. To actually recalibrate myself. And then we go back to the message that was from this dream was, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Now, if you can make sense of that, that's what my dream was trying to convey last night. And I had to write down all of these, what came through to actually share this with you. Well, it was, I'm a spiritual psychic empath, and I will get these. If you ever watch these films or programs about psychics, and they have this like clear kind of vision of that just comes and making sense of it, and that's what happens. Okay. I didn't get these clear visions every day. It's our dreams, but some of them are very kind of deep, and it's like a message that I feel I need to reach out. I'm trying to reach out to someone here. I know I am, through this dream. So, okay, thank you. So let's have a look. Helen, I think these people are only simple to detect once you've already been through the experience and being strong enough to stand by your own self-worth. Absolutely, absolutely, Helen. Even if, so you've been there, you've done this, even if that means remaining alone for some time. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that comment. Let's look, Susan Nichols. They aren't bad. They just don't realise they are draining us, but they lose in the end as well. Yeah, I think if you keep, the thing is, if they know that you're going to keep going back, and whoever this is, family members, a partner or a husband, if they know that you're going to keep going back to try to correct this, to try to fix this, to try to do this, do that, do this, do that, like you did before, then they're not going to change. Why would they want to change? Oh, sorry, Tammy. I didn't realise that you was in tears. I'm sorry. So, I'm sorry about that. I'm sending healing to you. And Susan, again, thanks. Resonated profoundly. But no, Julia. But no, Olga. I'm like you, an empath, and have been a servant all my life. I thank you for these messages. Well, let's finish off here. This was a message, okay, from the divine, from, as I say, this Julia, okay, whoever this Julia was, had a message to give, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually just do a reading, and what I'm going to read about here is what was the clear message here from Julia. I think I'm calling her Julia, but she's not Julia. I don't know who she is, but let's call her Julia, okay, for now. What is the message that Julia came? This woman came into my dream. It's like it doesn't matter if you change. I get this. It doesn't matter if you change your direction. You think this direction is something that's right for you. This stability. There's bricks and mortar. There's no love. There's no love. But the rest of it, financial security and all of that is there. But you're selling your soul because you want love. You want things that that are going to fulfill you emotionally. That will fulfill you materially, but not emotionally, physically. The other will fulfill you emotionally, and you will feel free. And I feel this is like, do not take that road of just materialism or just physical things. It kind of never works. In the end, okay, in the end. It may work some points in that, but in the end, at the end of a person's situation, it's like, well, I stuck by this materialism and in a selfish way, but everybody's left me. I ended up in a nursing home. What have I got to show for this? An empty shell, an empty shell. So let's have a look here. Let's do a reading to finish off here. What did this dream actually mean? Actually, I'm going to go for my other deck here. What did this dream mean here from this lovely woman that came into my dream? What did it mean? Okay. getting your justice, or this lady getting her justice. Okay, getting your justice in life. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. And yeah, very much getting your justice. I get the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is somebody of power, justice, getting your power, getting your justice in life is important. It's very important, because without this, you will not be happy. Wow, that makes sense. Without this justice, you would not be happy. This is what she's trying to convey. And I get here, this person was divorced. They were with someone. They were alone in their midlife, and this person put them down quite a lot. I get that. Okay, tried to make this person was weakened by this man through her marriage, and she wanted justice because there was this sense of stagnation, in this marriage. There was no love. They lived in separate bedrooms, as I said before. There was no excitement in the marriage. There was no love. There was no lust. There was no attraction. She was just ignored. That's what's coming through here. She was just ignored. There was lack of, this person had sold their soul to be in this relationship. Definitely a marriage here that broke down. But then this turned into stagnation after the marriage. There was lack of inspiration, no excitement, no dreams, and this person had to just serve this other person, and they just did what they wanted, and there were no justice. Okay. And there is healing. So although this happened for this lady, it came into my dream, there is hope after this experience. So this was trying to convey, after this experience of just giving to a situation that gives you nothing, absolutely nothing, zero back. Okay. This dream, this woman in my dream was saying, just get your justice, because even after this has happened, just because this person says that you're ugly and you're too old and you're finished with, doesn't mean that you are okay. This is what this is saying. And the Star card, there's still hope after this situation, because I get the Star card. Okay, there's still hope after this situation, because I get the Princess of Wands. You can still get your inner spirit back, your enthusiasm for life, and your dynamic soul back here. There's still hope, because this woman who is actually conveyed to me through my dream that, wow, that you can get your soul back, your spirit back, your dynamic spirit back here, and start a new beginning. The Ace of Wands, and start a new beginning. Because life, okay, this is very poignant. Life is a journey. Life is a journey of exploration. And although you experience this, there's new possibilities for the future. And you set off on a new journey, a new beginning, because you have experienced this. Doesn't mean that you're going to experience this for the rest of your life here. So don't give up. Keep moving forward. Do not give up. Let this go from this. Yeah. So just because it says here, don't give up. Just because this person says to you, you're too old, you're too ugly, you're too fat, you've had children, who's going to look at you now? You're too plain, you're only worth cleaning the house. So no, that's not right. This is not right. This is your justice, okay? And you can certainly move on to a new beginning with these cards, okay? And that is what that she was trying to convey in my dream, okay? Wow, okay. Thank you everyone for being here. So we've got to the bottom of what this dream was about, what it was trying to convey, who I'm trying to reach out to, okay? So thank you for listening. And I'm going to say good afternoon because the sun's shining here and it's the afternoon, and I'm going to enjoy the afternoon. So I will see you maybe in a couple of days. Thank you for listening. And if you want to join Patreon, I will be uploading on Patreon possibly either later today or tomorrow. Okay. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings. Thank you so much. Sending lots of healing to you guys. Thank you, all of you, for coming here. Please put your thumbs up, your like, share this video too, for other people who enjoy these kind of revelations too. Sending you love. Thank you, and bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.